Long ago in ancient Italy stood the kingdom of Alba Longa. The king who ruled the land lived in constant fear of a prophecy. It was said that one day a descendant from his own bloodline would overthrow him and take his throne. Terrified of losing power, the king made cruel decisions to prevent the prophecy from coming true. But destiny cannot be stopped so easily. From betrayal, tragedy, and the mysterious will of fate, a legendary story was about to begin. A story about two twin brothers whose lives would change history forever and lead to the birth of one of the greatest cities the world has ever known. To stop the prophecy, the king forced a royal woman named Rhea Silvia to become a sacred priestess, so she would never have children. But fate had other plans. One day, she mysteriously gave birth to twin baby boys. They were named Romulus and Remus. When the king heard the shocking news, fear filled his heart. He believed these babies would grow up and destroy his rule. Without mercy, he ordered his soldiers to take the twins away and throw them into the river, so they would never survive. Under the cover of night, the soldiers carried the helpless babies to the banks of the Tiber River. They placed Romulus and Remus inside a small wooden basket. Slowly, the river carried the basket away from the land. The soldiers believed the twins would disappear into the dark waters forever. But something unexpected happened. Instead of drowning, the basket floated gently along the river, as if the current itself was protecting them. It was as if destiny had chosen to guard the twins for a much greater purpose. After drifting along the river, the basket eventually became stuck near the riverbank at the foot of a wild hill. The two babies cried helplessly in the quiet wilderness. There were no humans nearby, only forests and the sounds of animals echoing through the night. It seemed certain that the babies would soon perish in the harsh wilderness. But suddenly, something emerged from the trees, something powerful and unexpected that would soon become part of one of the most famous legends in history. From the dark forest came a she-wolf. Hearing the cries of the infants, the animal slowly approached the basket. Normally a fierce hunter, the wolf did something astonishing. Instead of attacking, she gently examined the babies. Somehow, a strange motherly instinct awakened within the wild creature. The she-wolf began to care for Romulus and Remus as if they were her own cubs. She protected them, and even allowed them to drink her milk. In the middle of the wilderness, two human babies were being raised by a wolf, a moment that would later become the most powerful symbol of Rome. The she-wolf carried the twins to a small cave near the hill and sheltered them there. Day after day, she guarded them from danger. The babies slowly grew stronger under her protection. It was a miracle of nature that no one could explain. The wild animal treated them like her own family, defending them from other predators in the forest. In the quiet hills of ancient Italy, the future founders of a great civilization were growing up in the care of a creature from the wild. One day a shepherd named Faustulus passed near the cave and saw something unbelievable. He witnessed a wolf watching over two small children. When the wolf eventually left, the shepherd carefully approached the babies. Realizing they had somehow survived in the wilderness, he believed it must be a sign from the gods. Moved by compassion, Faustulus took the twins home. Together with his wife, he decided to raise Romulus and Remus as their own children. Romulus and Remus grew up among shepherds in the hills. They became strong, brave, and energetic young men. Although they were raised as ordinary villagers, they showed natural leadership and courage. The twins often defended local shepherds from thieves and troublemakers who wandered through the countryside. Over time, the villagers began to respect them deeply. Without knowing their true origin, the two brothers slowly became heroes among the people who lived in the surrounding hills. One day a group of bandits attacked the shepherds in the region. Romulus and Remus refused to stand by. Leading the villagers, they confronted the criminals with bravery and strength. A fierce struggle took place in the hills, but in the end the bandits were defeated. The victory made the twins even more famous among the people. Many began to see them as natural leaders who could protect and guide the community. As the twins grew older, Faustulus finally revealed the secret he had kept for many years. He told them how they were found as babies by the river and how a wolf had cared for them in the wilderness. He also revealed that they were not ordinary villagers, but descendants of the royal family of Alba Longa. Hearing this truth shocked the brothers. At that moment, they realized that their destiny might be far greater than they had ever imagined. After learning the truth about their birth, Romulus and Remus felt a powerful sense of destiny. They were no longer just shepherds from the hills. They were the grandsons of a king, and their lives had been stolen from them as babies. Determined to restore justice, the brothers gathered loyal friends and returned to the city of Alba Longa. The journey was not easy, but their courage inspired many people to support them. Word spread quickly through the city that the lost royal twins had returned. Hope began to rise among the citizens who had long suffered under the cruel rule of their king. As the people heard the true story of the twins, anger spread throughout the city. The king who ruled Alba Longa had ordered innocent babies to die just to protect his throne. Many citizens felt betrayed and demanded justice. Romulus and Remus stood before them not as conquerors, but as rightful heirs who wanted to restore honor to their family. With the support of the people, a rebellion began. The king's power quickly weakened as more citizens joined the cause. Soon the cruel ruler was defeated, and the rightful order of the kingdom was restored. After the tyrant was overthrown, the people celebrated Romulus and Remus as heroes. Their bravery had freed the kingdom from fear and oppression. Many believed the twins should rule the city of Alba Longa. But Romulus and Remus had a different vision. They did not wish to take the throne that had caused so much suffering. Instead, they dreamed of building something entirely new. They wanted to create a city where their story began, a city that would grow stronger than any kingdom before it. With this dream in their hearts, the brothers left Alba Longa and returned to the hills near the Tiber River. Standing on the hills above the Tiber River, Romulus and Remus looked over the land where they had once been abandoned as babies. The rolling hills, fertile valleys, and flowing river made the area perfect for a great settlement. They imagined walls, houses, markets, and temples rising from the ground. It would be a city built on courage and destiny. For the brothers, this place held deep meaning. It was where their lives had been saved by the mysterious kindness of a she-wolf. Here, they believed, a powerful new civilization could begin. Although they shared the same dream, the brothers soon disagreed about one important detail. Romulus believed the new city should be built on the Palatine Hill. Remus, however, preferred the nearby Aventine Hill. Both locations were strong and strategic, but neither brother was willing to give up his idea. What began as a simple disagreement slowly turned into a serious argument. Their followers also took sides, supporting either Romulus or Remus. The bond between the brothers, once unbreakable, began to strain under the weight of pride and ambition. To settle the dispute, the brothers decided to seek guidance from the gods. In ancient tradition, they watched the sky for signs of the flight of sacred birds. The number and direction of birds were believed to reveal the will of the gods. Remus claimed he saw 6 birds first. Shortly after, Romulus declared that he saw 12 birds flying above him. Each brother believed the gods had chosen him as the rightful founder of the new city. Instead of solving the argument, the signs only made the rivalry stronger. Romulus decided to begin building the city on Palatine Hill despite the disagreement. Workers started digging trenches and marking the future walls of the settlement. Remus watched the construction with frustration and anger. To him, the decision felt unfair. Tension filled the air as the followers of both brothers argued about who truly had the blessing of the gods. What had once been a shared dream was now becoming a dangerous rivalry between two powerful leaders. According to legend, Remus mocked the walls Romulus was building. In a moment of anger and defiance, he leapt over the unfinished wall, laughing as if to show how easily the city's defenses could be broken. The act deeply insulted Romulus and his supporters. In the chaos that followed, a tragic confrontation occurred. Remus was killed during the conflict. The moment was devastating. The brothers who had survived the wilderness together were now separated forever by ambition and fate. After the tragic death of his brother, Romulus stood alone on the hill. Victory fell hollow, without Remus beside him, yet the dream of building the city still remained. With determination, Romulus continued the construction of the settlement. Walls were raised, houses were built, and people from nearby lands came to join the growing community. Despite the sorrow in his heart, Romulus focused on shaping the future of the city he had promised to create. In the year traditionally believed to be 753 BC, Romulus officially founded the city and gave it his own name, Rome. What began as a small settlement on a hill would one day grow into the center of a powerful empire. From a legend of two abandoned babies and a protective she-wolf came a city that shaped the history of the world. The story of Romulus and Remus would be told for thousands of years, reminding people that even the greatest civilizations can begin with the most unexpected and mysterious beginnings.